This is Betty Cahill, garden coach with the Denver Post. It has really been an interesting spring with all this moisture and cold nights. We want to get out into our gardens and plant, but it really is too wet. Wet soils can spell disaster for new plants. So let's take a closer look at wet and dry soils. I'm just going to stick my trowel into this wet soil. This is the perfect way to know if your soil's too wet to plant in. If it forms a ball, then you know that plant roots are just not going to be happy. They just can't penetrate that mass of mud. Every time you use a trowel in wet soil or a shovel, you actually compress the soil and make the situation worse. So because we've had so much moisture lately, we have to wait until the rain stops and then several days for it to dry out completely. The only way to know is to come out on a regular basis and check the soil until your soil is nice and dry, just flows through your fingers and is nice and pliable. Then you can go ahead and plant. So it may take a few days, but it's worth the wait. Along with our wet soils, you're finding a lot of plants in your garden that have been affected by the rain. The most common thing you'll find are flopped over plants. Once a plant is flopping, it's never going to right itself through the rest of the season. So you want to give it a little assistance. So we have some bamboo stakes here. You can even put a bamboo piece on either side of the plant and run some rope or twine around the plant. And there are all sorts of plant supports you can purchase in the garden centers. You just need to be a little creative. Here's a great example of a little water effects on a flowering allium. Normally, the stalks just shoot straight up, but the water has just created some curve and some artistic angles here. And you know what? Embrace it. Enjoy it.